to invite you and request you prepare ready. In the future, you should come to visit few European countries, particularly Germany and France. And then I'm telling you, now I discover with 15 minutes, you can visit 3 countries.
Yes.
Within 15 mean you have the breakfast in France. After the breakfast, then you cross only 5 minutes, then you go toilet in Germany or Sweden. Okay. This is a very interesting. When you want to traveling, you have to spend many hours, even many days.
Yes.
But now within 15 minutes, you wish in the future, if I get the big land in this area, I want to make the peace center. You come and stay with me. Okay? You come and stay, enjoy, and even we have the breakfast, 3 countries, 15 minutes, French breakfast. Then
What happened? Problem?
sand, create. Now you see, I find. Yes, yesterday,
Yes.
I visit bamboo. Bamboo is from Asia country. But there's one friend, he collect more than 370 kind of bamboo. They make beautiful garden. And everybody enter that garden, they have to spend €6. And one day,
Sound problem है. I think the sound program.
I'm here.
Namaste. So today the sound problem, na? Hello.
We can't hear. It's mute.
Yeah. Today the France problem.
We can't hear you, Master.
Yeah, we also the same.
Now you listen me clearly?
Now okay.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, John. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Where you now? You are in Australia?
No, now I'm back in Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam.
You should get ready. In the future, now if you come to stay in our 2 places, one in the Peace Center in near Rameshagen, that place there's 150 person can stay at that place. And the second one is the second one is Rafael. Rafael is a very beautiful castle close to our place. And that place, about 200 person can stay. Everything, room, everything ready. Only food we could prepare. good place to stay, good toilet, good weather.
Yes, very, very important that.
So I find life is wonderful, beautiful. Yeah, why? My idea, we should make a very peaceful place, very good place. We cook good food. We invite the leader come here and people come here, enjoy the beauty of the nature, and then there might change. There are no distribution, no fighting. Yeah. Yesterday I spent I think about 5-6 hours. We traveling in the garden, bamboo, and beautiful tree. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, today let's discuss about the topic compassion and wisdom. You see, the Buddha was born and lives more than 2,600 years ago. He's a wonderful master. He knows. Generally, the people say the Buddhism is the compassion religion. This is not complete. We must say compassion and wisdom together. Metta or prajna and prajna together. Karuna and prajna together. Because sometimes we have compassion, but no wisdom. We have the problem. Even myself. When I think people suffering, I help them, but in the wrong way, I have many problems. This is the real story. Happened in Bodh Gaya about 40 years back. 40 years back, I was at that time Vietnam temple. We are not. We get only the Burmese temple. In Burmese temple, and one morning, I went out. I saw the Burmese abbot, Reverend Uniyananda, is close my friend. Then he's sitting on the chair near the gate. He's smoking big cigarette.
And the tea.
Yeah. Even the monks. That is a Burmese tradition. The monk can smoke very big cigar, big cigarette.
And the black
like
tea.
Yeah, the black. And then one old lady, I think she's about 30-35 years old. She holds very weak and she cheek on the ground. Then say, Baba, 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 Baba. She walk very painful. And the very peaceful. I say, no, lady is sitting, he did not pay attention. And the lady continued, and then I did not know. That is a compassion, but long compassion. I went to my room. I took 100 rupee. You know, 100 rupee at that time, very big amount.
Very big.
One mystery work whole day, only 2.5 ruby or 3 rupee. But I took 100 rupee. I come out, but I don't want to show to the Burmese abbot. A little far, then I make the noise with my feet, the noise. Then my hand like this one, I call her, like calling the darling. I make like this one. And she come and I give her so very happy. You see, whole day, I think after about 2-3 days, I feel very wonderful. I feel so happy because like I saved the life of the lady and the child. But that is not true story. because the beggar is her for present. After I think one or 2 months, I went to, after the worshipping where the Buddha meditation modification, then after the visiting, I'm coming back. On the back near the road, suddenly I met her. She met me. She's so happy. I also so happy. Because she's happy. I did not. She follow me. I asked her go away. She not follow, and she not follow my voice, and she follow me. I in front, she the back side with the child. When the bus crossed, the bus stopped, and all the passengers in the bus look at me. They think maybe I am her husband. I feel very sad. Every bus stopping, and she said, "Oh, Mama, and she put like this. I feel very, very troubled mind. And she followed me more than 2 kilometers. What to do? Then on the way, I took the stick near the road. I tap on the roadside. I say, chalo, chalo, chalo. I make say, if you not go, I will beat you. And she hold the child, she run away. Excuse me. She ran away. Then it's a very wonderful, good lesson for me. Lesson because I'm a generous, but in the wrong way. In the wrong way. When I have her, I give her money. It's a very useful for her, but she misunderstands. Maybe I fall in love with her. If I want to have the beautiful wife, the wife should be clean, younger, educated. How can I marry? She thought I love her, but I love because I love she's a poor. You see, and then that's give me so much lesson. Compassion, but without the wisdom, then the problem. I feel it's lucky. If some crooked man with her, maybe she complain to the police. She may complain. She said, oh, this gentleman, he slept with me a few days back. Now he ran away. You see, this is very dangerous. Even in my life now, I am 77 years old. I learned so many lessons about compassion and wisdom. Many people come and cheat me. They weep and they say, oh, master, I have difficulty now, no money, please, I want to borrow money like this one. But when they borrow money, they never return. And they talk very bad. You see, like last time, I took one monk, Vietnamese monk, he lived, I think maybe Pranjanip, you know, there's a one meditation master, Nhuận Đạt, the young monk. He lived very, he's a teacher there. Right there, see what? He lived with me long time. I offer him money, own facility. I sent him to Beijing, to China to study, to perfect the knowledge. I thought when I'm old, he will take care of the temple. But it's not like this. He thought I'm a foolish person. And after that, they did many things wrong to me. Yeah, because I'm compassion, but in the wrong compassion. Check whether this monk is honest or not. If or not, we borrow nothing from him. Why? many people they in it. You see, they exploit the rope, Buddha monk rope. So I feel sad, but anyway, maybe I believe the karma. Maybe last life I cheat him, so this present life he cheat me. You see many lessons. So you remember in the Bodh Gaya, I want to help the people to cook khichdi. I bring to the village, but I don't want to say this from Vietnam temple. I just like this one. Yeah. Just you are poor. I offer food. We are same life. Now we come like this one. Whenever they happy, but they do not. They just call me the Khichdi Baba. Khichdi Baba. They did not know me a Chokida. Huh? Today we discuss this topic, very simple, but very important. Yeah. Compassion should be always go with the wisdom, pranya. Metta, karuna, pranya much together. Pranya, karuna, metta is a like the feet. The pranya like the eyes. If the feet no eyes, then we have the problem. So these two things together. Yeah, it's a wonderful master. Pranya without love also not good, but love without pranya also not good. Not together. So time is limited. Now I would like to invite Reverend Pranyadip to share your experience about pranya, karuna, pranya.
Well, thank you. All the subject is according to my name of the Panya, and so that already you gave me all the Dhamma talk, and this is a very important the experience related to the experience.
Now, Pranyadip.
Yes.
Next time when I come back, I must give you the Thamma name, Vietnamese Thamma name. Okay. Okay. You're my very old student, long time. I admire you. You did many good work in the Holy Land. Yeah. But you should get ready. One time you should come to Europe for a few months. Give the Dharma work. Okay.
Okay.
No, next time you thinking. Next time I come, I offer one Dharma name in Vietnamese language.
Okay. Thank you. So already we have in the Pali also have the Nakti me Sarnang Yang Buddhu me Sarnang Varan, Eten Satyava Jena Hotu me Jaimangan, Nakti me Sarnang. We have no any other issue. Buddhu me Sarnang Varan. Wisdom is the best the refuge for us. Eten Satyava, by this the truth be also be in the safe life. So this is the first is the Panya. Panya is very, very important. And the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama searched under the Bodhi tree and he finds the Panya. Panya is the best friend of the whole human beings and of the other creature also. And when he found that Panya is the base, without the Panya, if we take the refuge of the Panya, wisdom, so we can develop ourselves in the worldly life also, and if we want to the spiritual life also we can develop. The worldly life, just the people are in the ancient time are working on the foot and going here and there. It takes a very long time and long day. And this is the wisdom. When the Siddhartha Gautama gave the refuge of the wisdom, People have started to search, and after the footage stage gone, and search the bicycle, and after the bicycle, the motorcycle came, after the car came, and after the car, this is the wisdom. Due to the science, we are now flying in the sky, and from here to there, you are in the Germany, I am here, and this is just all the result of the Panya. This is all the effort of the Panya, wisdom. Without wisdom, without the Panya, we can't meet each other, we can't hear the various results and experience the Dhamma talking. So this all are due to the wisdom. So these are in the worldly life. If we want to develop ourselves, so need the wisdom, need the Panya. Without the Panya in the worldly life, we can't also develop. And this is a very, very need to all the creatures. We are the human beings, and human beings can protect each and everything, but it have no wisdom. Buddha said first he gave the refuge, the Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami is very, very, very important to all the human beings. And this is the human beings, the Buddhang Saranang Gacchami made the people happy, and the society happy, country happy, due to the wisdom, due to the Panya. By wisdom, they research the science, and after the science, so many research came, and now we are taking so many facilities due to the Panya, wisdom. But if you want to the spiritual life also the need the Panya. Without the Panya, without the wisdom, we can't develop our spiritual life. Spiritual life also that we are in a spiritual life. But after a spiritual life also we need some physical the health. So in the spiritual life we can see that this is the anger, and this is the doubt, and this is the laziness. So we have not to follow the laziness, we have not to follow the anger, and we have not to follow the doubt. So this already the in wisdom in our mind. He is guiding us. Okay. So as you tell you a story, very the real story. So but we have the Panya but have no metta. So that also without the Panya, metta have no importance, and without the metta, Panya have no importance. So if we are developing so much, so people are feeling proud. Oh, I am the very good scientist. I have a lot of the money. I am flying in the sky and this and that. But they can destroy the society, just like now the Ukraine and Russia. Before also have the World War also become, and after also you also self the victim of in the Vietnam the war of the America. And after anyhow, the Vietnam now come out. So that the Panya also disturbing if the anger comes, if the proud comes, and if the proud, how can we resolve the proud? So that that second stage is need the metta. Second stage need the compassion. So compassion says, oh, not do the proud. If you develop yourself, okay, but this development for the development to the other society. If you're sharing without the proud the development, so that the society, that the country becomes more and more happy. So up to now, so many wars happen due to the Panya, and with the Panya they attach the proud. I am the super one. Other are the duper. If he will not accept my order, and if he will not do my order according to my idea, I will kill him. He has to slave to me. He has to follow to me. So this is a very, very dangerous. So the second stage is the metta and the compassion. Compassion. The people's researcher and the scientists keep in the balance. So the society also comes in the balance. Due to the metta and the Panya, still we are surviving due to the Panya and metta. So this Panya and metta already the Buddha gave us. First is the Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, And second, the line has a dhammam saranagacchami. So dhammam is related with the metta. So this is the first stage and second stage and third stage of sangham saranagacchami. We have to live the unitedly. We have to live together without any crowd, without any doubt, so that this society can be the very, very happy. This world.
It's a very important. Much together. Prajna, metta, and prajna together, not separately.
Not separate. But up to now, people keep the separate. So due to the so many wars happening, so this
I did separately, so I had a problem with the lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pranjadip. Now I would like to invite John, Professor John. Yeah. I have many story about relating this. If we have time, I want to tell you story, very bitter story about I apply only one of them. Much together, prajna and metta together. So, Professor John, did you have any lesson about this topic?
I do, Master. I've made many mistakes separating things over my lifetime. But now today I think we as people everywhere, we confuse knowledge with wisdom. We confuse it because wisdom is, for me, I think wisdom is when we can act on that. Like, I know every week we talk about the Mahamangala Sutta. That is wonderful advice, but it's only wisdom when we live it, when we can apply it in our life. And I have always been very compassionate, but not very wise. And so, yes, I remember one time learning in Melbourne a few years ago. There's a lot of homeless people. And this one girl was sitting on the ground with a sign up, I'm homeless, I'm hungry, I need money. And my heart, you know, my compassion, my heart got, oh, this poor person. I get into my pocket to give her some money. And the sun was coming up, the sun was going down, and it came into her eyes. And often we don't look hard at somebody who's poor or who's dirty or something. We just look a little bit and give them money and look away. The sun was in her eyes, and so her eyes were closed. And so I was able to look more. And it was false. She put makeup on to make it look like she was dirty. She wasn't really dirty. And as I've got my money out to give her money, I'm going, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, that was one time that I learned, but I didn't learn to keep putting wisdom and compassion together. So that's so many times I have put compassion different to wisdom and not listened, not looked, and money is just gone and not the same as you with a baby and a girl following me for 2 kilometers. Not the same as you, Master, but when we can use compassion with wisdom, when we find the right charity, when we find the right need, when we find people in need and we can help them, like Master did with Minpuk Tea and the house. You know, it improves everybody's lives. You know, that with the house in Lumbini to help them. Didn't give them everything, right? But gave them an opportunity and gave them a chance to help. And they did, because that was used with compassion and wisdom. if we just give people everything, they try to they think that we just take. It comes down to that wisdom. When we read the when I read the Mahamangala Sutta, and if I ignore if I read, stay away from bad people, only associate with good people, but my best friend is a thief, that's not very wise. But it's we need to put into practice this, and then we become wise to situations. And I think that the unseen hand, and I think that the universe, when we put them together, like Master said, we put our compassion and our wisdom together, things happen. Things happen for everybody, and good things happen. And when we don't put them together, it doesn't flow. We feel it, we see it, and we get an opportunity to learn. Because we can only, in my opinion, we can only become wise by doing things. And when we do things and we make a mistake, we learn from them. And if we can learn from them, then we make less mistakes and we become better at it, and our wisdom goes up. I can walk around this earth talking, very knowledgeable, but if my actions are not equal to my words, then I'm not a very wise person. And
yeah, but that's correct.
I think exactly like you, Master, with the putting them together, but it takes, every time we look at something, we have to think about it. Is it wise decision? Is my compassion blinded, or is it just my desire? And take practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor John. You see, this is very important. Even I did mistake when I was in France. You see, the farmer, the poor family, when they have the children, they get to school education. They did not know the proper way. But I encourage them, because you see, the poor family, when they send them to school, they did not have the vision. I encourage them, when they finish the class 12, the very important examination, we say baccalaureate. Because when they pass baccalaureate and they get good future, they can competition, enter different universities, study, and after bachelor or master, they can get good job. But when the class 12, many of them, they don't have enough mark, 1 or 2 marks. Then I try to give them, then they pass examination. So they very grateful to me. I have, by anyway, because we are examining the nurse, and then I find different way to give them 1 or 2. But you see, for that is not according to the rule. It's not allowed, but I try. Because when the student about 19 or 20 years old, they pass baccalaureate, class 12, they have a very good future. They have many choice. So I have many of them. They get good job, teaching job, and good job in the bank, different company. And at that time, I went to Africa teaching. And whenever they heard I come back to France, they organize very good party, food and very good food, like the good meeting between student and the teacher. And when I eat of them, many of them about 20, 25 girls, and they get good job. Some of them teacher in school and few of them in university. Then I ask them, why now you get a good job, but you not worry, no, not marry. Vous avez trouvé de travail, mais pourquoi vous n'avez pas de marié? Now you get a good job, good house. Why you don't not marry? And you see what happened? He say, oh, Thầy, oh, teacher, we are waiting for you. I surprised. I'm alone. How can I marry a 20-30 person like you? You see, I surprised. They misunderstand. When we view the map, I think of my master. Because when I was with my master helped me to overcome difficulty. We help them. We have no such idea. But then I asked them, why you get good job, good house and everything, why you not marry? One of them, we are waiting for you. I surprised. I'm alone. How can I marry 20-30? Only one, we are suffering. How? That is no wisdom. Yeah. You see that I learned so many lessons. So today the topic, we revise and we should apply the teaching of the Buddha. Very interesting. So I would like to invite Chakama. Mirinan.
Yes. Yes. You okay?
Yeah.
I wish to express my deep gratitude to Dr. Lam, Thầy Huyền Diệu, as well as Bhante Prabhupada and all the participants over here who are listening to me. So, in my understanding, these two words are the most powerful words that human beings have: compassion and wisdom. Now, there are complaints in other religions that the Buddhist people hijack these words. Actually, according to them, compassion and wisdom is in every religion in their own terms. Compassion and wisdom, these two elements are ingrained in our human thought process, development process, both physically and mentally. As Guruji Dr. Lam has pointed out, there is a need of balancing these two. Some in Buddhist texts, these two, I mean compassion and wisdom, are like two wings of a bird. If these two don't work in coordination, don't work in a balanced way, the bird cannot fly. So simply, nobody can make progress in his spiritual life or material life or whatever it is, cannot make a proper judgment if these two things do not work in coordination in a proper balanced way. Now the point is how to make this balance within us. I don't dare to speak much in front of Gurujis because this is not my task. But what I learned, what I understood from joining little bit of Vipassana courses, I understood, first of all, we need to understand ourselves, make a balance in our mind. And only then we will be able to understand others. Now, just keeping aside all this deeper theoretical matter, someone recently told me in my office, in our official circle, is it Buddhism practicable? I mean, this karuna, compassion, practicable in all forms of life, in all sphere of life, day-to-day life, etc. They are saying their fundamental question is, a judge in a high court or in a Supreme Court used to give punishment to a mother by sentencing him to death or her death. Now the point is whether the judge is doing the right thing, whether he or she is a compassionate enough, or what does the Buddhism speak about it? That is their point of query. I said, I am not the right person to speak on that. In Buddhist literature, we have Rajodhamma, that is totally different. Maybe he is doing his Rajodhamma, being a part and parcel of the state. He is punishing someone. But whether his mind will remain peaceful or not, by sentencing someone to that, it is his or her matter. But as a person, I will never be able to take the job of a judge or write something, giving a final sentence to that to someone. That is not my personal level of job. I will never take up that. And so I'm not fit to be a judge. I'm not fit to be a kind of, I will say, soldier. I'm not fit to be a kind of, some kind of profession to killing someone else or giving an order to kill someone else. Similarly, in one meeting recently, one seminar rather, I met one very accomplished diplomat of our country. And immediately, fundamental question he also asking to me, as a Buddhist, is it practicable to your enemy country to do this and that? I said the same thing. You have taken up the Rajadhamma and taken up the position like a diplomat. So whatever you are doing, befitting to you may not be befitting to me. Now the question of choice as a human being. In everyday life, we have to choose all the time. In everyday, from morning to evening, we confront different type of people in our day-to-day life. And we confront different sides of situation, as Guruji has pointed out. I mean, the falsehood is there everywhere in our life. To understand which is correct, which is fake, and which is not fake, which is genuine. I mean, we have to have our own insights. Now, developing that insight is not so easy. We are subject to be cheated all the time. When we are cheated, how do we react? Instantly, we get agitated, get angry. But gradually, as Guruji has said, perhaps it was part of my previous karma. So I am subject to suffer this. I also accept it like this. Maybe it's a part of my karma when I get cheated. So I gradually try to excuse. So that is one way of Buddhist way of, getting some kind of satisfaction or peace in mind. That is how I also accept. And not to elaborate much, I will say a few words. Perhaps this human race is now in a most dangerous situation. The whole human race is now suffering from some kind of psychosis. Recently, I was listening to a very nice lecture by one famous Australian scientist, Jeremy Griffith. He was talking about transformation. He was talking about psychological rehabilitation of the whole human race. Because we are all confused by some wrong ethics, wrong dogma, wrong teaching. We are often told that human beings are so cruel because it is ingrained in our blood. But that is not true. The truth is, human being has become human being when they have developed their compassion, when they are able to develop their wisdom. So the wisdom and compassion, these two elements ingrained in our self. Everyone is having the quality of Buddha. Everyone is having the quality of Bodhisattva. But we forget it. We don't cultivate it. Instead, we emphasize on negative things. We emphasize on competitiveness. We emphasize on our own selfishness. And so that is the clouded thing. That is clouding our mind. So whole human race is now in a mood of fight, in a mood of clash, in a mood of winning war, in a mood of giving ourselves as importance. Oh, my country, my people are the greatest in the world. And that's why there is fighting, so much of fighting in the world. So this is the disease. So this is mental disease rather than physical disease. So this psychological predicament, somehow we have to overcome. Somehow we need to give a rehabilitation of this, problem, psychological problem. So the transformation, according to him, is to begin from the very beginning, from the very childhood, and from the very methodology of teaching, from the very core of our human being. And I do pay respect, deepest respect to all the holy souls, all the monks and spiritual community who are working hard for that. So paying my deepest respect to all the spiritual community, monks and nuns. I end my brief talk here. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Chakma Niriman. Now I want to take these occasions, would like to ask you to select and to choose the topics, practical and useful topic, so that many times in the world they listen and they get benefit from our discussion. It's okay? So please think and send to me. So every week, and you also convey our invitation to the different speaker, positive speaker. Because like the Dr. Chakma Mirinan, he said now we are living in very complicated. So let us try our best to bring peace and harmony. You see now what happened now, the conflict and the war between Ukraine. This also come from our relating with our topic. If they have compassion, wisdom, and then there's no conflict, understanding, reconciliation. That's even in a family. And now you are watching when they are poor, very happy life. When now they have a little money and good house, then fighting. This is crazy. Yeah. So let's us together. So now, and we work together. Work together. We have the, you see, we tried, now they are in the dark. So let us to light the lamp. Very, very wonderful lamp. So when they look, they come out the fire. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite another speaker from a different continent, from America, European, and Africa. Anyone have the question? Chú Minh Đạt, please you check. Anyone from USA? Asia already? In Africa? Thầy Huyen Sơn is there? This is also a good occasion every week. Let's us together. 1 hour together.
Dear Master and everybody in Zoom today, the host, chú Minh Đạt.
You are from where?
Thankful for being to join you, and I have something would like to say. It will be short. I believe and I think that when there is suffering, there is compassion. The rector, the suffering, the rector, the compassion. And as a Buddhist, I always like to pray to the great compassion Bodhisattva, Avalokitesvara, because she listened to all of the suffering with no difference. Sufferings, compassion, when it go with the wisdom, compassion in the heart, wisdom in the mind, there won't be any mistake or look back or regret. Otherwise, that it can, like compassion with our wisdom, I think that it can very easily misunderstand as pittiness. Pity, when you see somebody suffer,
normally
that I think that is it have something to do with the ego. It's just like when you pity somebody, when you see them, they suffer or their misfortune.
Đừng có đưa lộn nha.
Yeah, both. But compassion and wisdom will be the absence of that. So therefore, that I think that together, there's no looking back, there's no judgment. You just want to alleviate the sufferings for the people. And that's what I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Your sharing. You see, it's wonderful. Sometimes it's a very simple, only two words: metta and pranya, or karuna pranya. But if we practice only one of them, that's not sufficient. Suffering. So what I did, I feel compassion, then I offer 100 rupees the lady. And the lady, she misunderstand, I fall in love with her. Luckily, she was alone. If there's some man, it's very dangerous. They can bring her to the police and they say, oh, this man, he slept with me many days, now he has children. Yeah, something happened. You see, like, therefore, when I was in Lumbini or Bodh Gaya, I cook myself, I clean my clothes. My monastery, some people misunderstand. He say, why? Many monasteries, there's a one lady, they house, keeping house, but one Vietnam. I respect them very much. But if we find a good lady, then okay. If they're wrong, then many problems. Very lucky, you see, last time, if there's some crooked man with us lady, they can go to the police, they report, oh, they say, oh, this man, they sleep with me 3-4 days, like this, what happened? Then I have to go to the bank or someone borrow money to pay her. Yeah, that happened. You see, that's happened with some famous monk.
Yes.
Some famous monk, they were in such case, but cannot say anything. So I say, therefore I say, all my students, if you respect me, please practice well the Buddha teaching. Don't take care food anything to me. You see, because I find if they respect us, they get good food. And someday they are not happy, they put the salt.
Oh, you want salt with your coffee.
So, you see, when I'm traveling here, always this rice cook and water and everything inside. Then I went to the market, I cook myself, then okay. I don't want envy people. You see, I find there's many famous leader monk also. They are sick because they have many students, disabled. They bring their good sweet. They make very good sweet. They offer him, and if he doesn't eat, he refuse. Then he afraid the people not happy, so he try to eat. 1, 2, 3, he eat too much, so he become diabetes. So I repeat again now, compassion and prajna much together. Okay, thank you very much, and have a good Sunday. And let's hope next week. And please send your suggestion. Thank you. Amida for all of you from Europe. Namaste. Thank you.